We have been able to use SafetyChain to do a completely digital audit system. So when we have our SQF audits, we've been able to improve by 90% improvement from where we were when I started with the company. We've gotten from less than favorable scores to a 98 on our SQF audit.
One of the things that we dealt with when using paperwork and using antiquated systems was your people are filling out paperwork, your people are finding paperwork. Paperwork gets damaged, paperwork is hard to decipher when it's in a wet environment. SafetyChain allowed our team to be much more efficient. We've actually reduced our QA staff at a couple of our plants because of all the intensive paperwork we were doing. And now with SafetyChain, we can focus on other things. We've taken our talent and put them doing other jobs instead of just filling out paperwork.
My favorite feature in SafetyChain is by far dynamic flows. If you don't use dynamic flows, there's a lot you can do with them. There's a lot of complex expressions you can build, a lot of triggering back and forth, follow-ups. We use them for probably over 25 different processes in our fresh pork plants, and we are always coming up with something new and innovative.
The impact that it had on our team members and employees is the fact that they can do checks quicker, more efficient, and they get better. We can get the results real time. That has been a big help to our process. Where we have issues, we can change them quickly, address them. We can put product on hold. We can do all types of things with the data that we get out of the system. And it helps also as a management tool for our supervisors and management team to be able to supervise their technicians on the floor and see exactly what work that they're doing and how much they're doing. And sometimes it also helps to see if this employee has too much work on them. We can move some work off of them, whereas when it was on paper, you couldn't see that.
We spent basically a full day to basically go through our record review. Basically a staff member that was one day of production took a full day of review and corrections to get that done. We were able to dramatically downsize that and really, again, get that bulk signature on the records that are in their compliance state and focus on the actual issues rather than weeding through countless pieces of paper to find that. So we've reduced that record review time by almost 50%. We're actually going even further, hoping to get that down to about 25% of what we used to actually take to get through a record review.
The first thing that comes to mind when I say SafetyChain would be partnership. And I say that because being that I've had experience working with SafetyChain from two different companies, both opportunities and both times SafetyChain was very much so a partner. So they felt the same woes that I felt, and they were there when we needed help and support. I had worked with another company in the past, so I got to see them and meet with them. We also got to talk about how much SafetyChain has grown over the last 2 years since I've been gone. And it also gives me ideas on what I could actually implement in the future as far as just different technology and updates that are now available.